Top 10 Biggest Natural Disasters in the World. The last few years have sure been the time our ancestors warned us about. Because they came with almost every type of disaster. From the most deadly virus ever known to humanity to forest fires and locust swarms. If you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Like the video and hit bell icon as well for timely updates and instant video notifications. Without further delay, let's jump into the video. These natural disasters brought catastrophic results for millions across nations. They caused thousands of deaths and tens of billions of dollars in losses. Here are some of the most destructive climate disasters which led to damage worth billions. Number 1. The Australian Bushfire. While most countries were celebrating New Year's, Australia faced one of its biggest natural disasters. Starting in December 2019, the Australian bushfires showed no signs of slowing down or stopping. Several states called for an emergency in January. As per a report published in the Medical Journey of Australia, the Australian bushfire burned an estimated 18.6 million hectares, destroyed over 5,900 buildings, and killed at least 34 people. In contrast, over 400 people died due to inhaling residual smoke. Number 2. Devastating floods in Indonesia. On January 1, 2020, devastating floods destroyed Indonesia's capital, Jakarta, and some neighboring areas. Over 4 lakh people fled from their homes. The floods were accompanied by heavy rains lashing the city, causing further damage as rivers overflowed and people submerged in water 5 feet in depth. Several locals were victims of drowning or landslides, while others died of electric shocks. About 66 people lost their lives to this natural disaster. Number 3. Hurricane in the United States. In 2020, the United States faces the most significant natural disasters and the highest economic costs. Apart from the pandemic, a record-breaking hurricane took a toll on their economy. The wildfire caused due to the cyclone added up to more than $60 billion in damages. While fires are a natural part of the ecosystem, a hotter climate caused by carbon emissions is affecting the extent of these fires. Number 4. Volcano eruption in the Philippines. The Taal Volcano is the second most active volcano in the Philippines. It started rumbling on 12 January 2020 in Luzon, followed by an eruption and ash dust over 100 km away. It had last erupted 43 years back. The volcano left huge ash clouds, which caused mass evacuations of over 300,000 people. On February 13, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council and the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology reported 2,484 volcano-tectonic earthquakes in the vicinity of the volcano, 176 of which were felt. The Philippines is still reeling from the volcano eruption, with several countries sending domestic aid. Number 5. Earthquakes in Jamaica and Russia. There have been so many earthquakes in past few years in several countries like Turkey, the Caribbean, China, Iran, Russia, Philippines, and India. That if I sat to categorize each as a natural disaster, the list would be unnaturally long. So far, there have been 45 earthquakes characterized over 6 magnitudes. Jamaica and Russia were the worst hit with earthquakes over magnitude 7. The earthquake in Turkey claimed 41 lives. Number 6. Locust swarms in East Africa and parts of India and Asia. Swarms of locusts attack 6 Indian states. Delhi and Mathura on high alert. Millions of desert locusts have swarmed 5 states in India, namely Rajasthan, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh. First detected in East Africa and then Pakistan, the deadly locusts do not affect humans. But they do cause damage to crops. This locust swarm could be one of the worst pest attacks over 2 decades, 26 years. To give you perspective, desert locusts are considered the most devastating migratory pests globally. A 1 skakam swarm in one day can eat as much food as 35,000 people. Not only do these insects breed rapidly, but as many as 150 million locusts can exist in just 1 square kilometer. They feed on vegetation like crops, fodder and pasture, and can destroy crops in seconds. Climate change causes the sudden increase in locusts. The temperature rise has made it more habitable for locust breeding and swarming. Heavy rains and increased temperatures from 2019 may most likely cause this attack. Number 7. Cyclone Amphan in India and Bangladesh. Cyclone Amphan created havoc in West Bengal and Odisha in May 2020, leaving behind trails of destruction. The meteorological department termed the cyclone an extremely severe cyclonic storm that made landfall in both states with abundant rains, gust windows, and lightning, destroying everything that came in its way and leaving chilling visuals all around. The supercyclone reportedly killed 12 people in Bengal, while power supply and phone networks also hit states. Hurricane destroys Asia's largest street book market. Number 8. Europe windstorm. Europe is not only one of the worst affected continents due to the pandemic, but also due to natural disasters in 2020. The windstorm Sierra and Alex struck the continent, cost nearly $6 billion and killed 30 people. Such extratropical cyclones can hit Europe more often as temperatures rise due to global warming. Number 9. Floods in India, Japan, and China. Ironically, 6 of the 10 most damaging weather events in 2020 happened in Asia. Floods that unfolded for several months in China and India cost an estimated $32 billion and $10 billion, respectively. A lot of these disasters were triggered by unusually rainy monsoons. Due to the heavy rains in many parts of Assam, the flood situation had gotten out of hand. According to the Assam State Disaster Management Authority, ASDMA, 128 villages in 8 revenue circles of Lakhimpur, Dhemaji, Dibrugarh, Derang, and Golpara districts were affected. Crops and domestic animals have also been affected by this. Number 10. Antarctica snow turns green. When you think of Antarctica, your mind typically conjures images of an otherworldly space with vast glaciers of white, teeth-earing penguins, and lazy seals. However, parts of the frozen continent are turning green. all thanks to climate change and massive algal blooms. According to the journal Nature Communications, warming temperatures and melting snow in the continent are helping in the formation of algal buds. These algae are expanding rapidly, thereby turning many areas green. The phenomenon is becoming so prolific in some places that it is visible from space. So which one was the most terrifying to you? Let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks for watching.